Welcome once again in the class of Water Resource Engineering. Today we are going to see or learn about the spillways. I am Mr. S. Sogule, Assistant Professor Civil Engineering Department. This is the typical cross section of the spillway. This is nothing but for the reference. So what is spillway? So spillway is the overflow portion of the dam over which surplus discharge flows from the reservoir to the downstream. So basically dam has been constructed and from that wall, if that level has been crossed by the maximum reservoir level has been crossed by this water, obviously it will flow from the uh, to the downstream side from the upstream side. So spillway plays the role in that particular thing. To this is the overflow portion of the dam over which the surplus discharge flows from the reservoir to the downstream. For safety, spillway have a sufficient capacity to discharge flood likely to occur during the lifetime of the span. So sometimes what had happened due to some flooding or due to heavy raining, the uh, water in the upstream side, that is behind in the reservoir, should increase rapidly. So to discharge that water, that spillway plays the important role. uh, yeah, even sometimes the spillway having the gates also. So if uh, as per the calculations, uh, like in our Koena Dam, if the things are forecasted things are like that, that we will get the more water in coming days or in the rainy season. In the beginning of the season, if the water comes rapidly and if there is a chances of more rainfall, and because of which the water or the dam will get filled quickly. So due to this, keeping the more capacity to take the water in from the catchment area, so this the gates should be opened sometimes, and this water uh, has been tend to discharge or allowed to discharge. So these are the kinds of functions of the spillway. So basically, again, spillway is the structure constructed in a dam site for an effective disposing of the surplus water from upstream to downstream. Just after the reservoir gets filled up to the normal pool level, water gets flowing over the top of the spillway crest, which is generally kept at the normal pool level. Depending upon the inflow rate, water will start rising above the normal pool level, and at the same time, it will be let off over the spillway. The water can rise over the spillway crest up to the maximum reservoir level, which can be estimated from the inflow flood hydrograph, as I told you earlier, and the spillway characteristics by the process of fluid routing. Therefore, it is only the spillway which will dispose the surplus water and will not let water rise above the maximum reservoir level. Had there been no such structure, which will the water would have overflowed. The water level must have exceeded maximum reservoir level and ultimately would have crossed the freeboard and thus overtopped the dam, causing the failure of the dam. Hence, the spillway is essentially a safety wall of the dam or for the dam. It must be properly designed and have adequate capacity to disclose the entire surplus water at the time of the arrival of the worst flood or worst design flood. Many dams have failed because of the improperly designed and or inadequate spillway. So this is basically the spillway, as I told you earlier. So sometimes gate has been provided. This is the earlier image, and this spillway crust allow the water to flow. This is the spillway gate, and this is the spillway crust. Now the location of spillway. So spillway may be provided within the body of the dam, or sometimes at the one side or both ends of the dam, and sometimes bypass spillway is provided, which is completely separate from the dam. So as you can see here, uh, this way. If the deep narrow gorge with steep banks separated from a flank by hillock or with its level above the top of the dam is available, the spillway crust can be built independently in the dam. Suppose this is the top of the dam, and suppose this is spillway crust. So we can allow the water when it tend to rise from this normal pool level. So this is separately provided this uh, crust because we have the hill in between and we have the space available for the spillway. So this is the maximum flood level, this is the normal pool level, so we can allow the water to flow, and this is flank called saddle. So this way we can provide, and this is the freeboard and this is the top. So if the water flows from this top of the dam, that will be the failure of the dam. So this spillway allows us to uh, that disperse that surplus water, or dispose that surplus water, so we can keep dam safe. Now uh, under such stances, the concrete or the earthen dam can be constructed across the main valley like this, and a spillway can be constructed independently into the saddle like this. Sometimes a concrete or masonry dam along with the spillway can be constructed in main valley, while the flank or flanks are closed by the earthen dikes or the embankment. The top level of such an embankment is kept at maximum reservoir level. The material and design of of these embankments are such that they fail as soon the water overtops them. So sometimes we can provide the simple structures are there, and if flows over it, so it will tend to fail, and which will save the dam also. So, hence, if by chance either due to excessive flood above the design flood or due to failure of the gate of the main spillway, etc., the water rises above the maximum reservoir level, it shall overtop such embankment and which will fail, providing the sufficient outlet for the disposal of excessive water. This type of secondary safety arrangement is generally provided in the large dam, especially in earth or rockfill dam, is known as the subsidiary spillway or emergency spillway or breaching section. So remember these things. The main spillway is constructed to dispose the, where you can see this is the top of the embankment has been provided over here. So here we have the chance to provide this emergency spillway, and this is the main spillway and this is the emergency spillway. So sometime what will happen if the gates are not opening, or something like that, some failure will be there. So obviously this additional spillway will provide us the emergency outlet for the water. So here you can see the main spillway is constructed to dispose of the design flood above the normal pool level up to maximum reservoir level. It is situated near the dam or one end of it, or independently in the saddle away from the main dam. A separate independent spillway is generally preferred for earthen dams, although due to non-availability of sites, the concrete spillway is sometimes constructed within or at the ends of the earth dam. If main spillway is situated in the flank and secondary uh, emergency spillway may be situated in the another flank. So here you can see here two flanks are there. This is the main spillway and this is the emergency spillway. So these are the things, uh, or these are the main things or functions of the spillway. Now the necessity of spillway. Lot have we have discussed about the necessity of spillway. Again, I would like to describe. So spillways are opening provided at the body of the dam to discharge safely the excess water or the flood water when the water level rises above the normal pool, as we can see in this figure. So spillways are provided for on the dam for the following reasons. First is the height of the dam is always fixed according to the maximum reservoir capacity. The normal pool level indicates the maximum capacity of the reservoir. The water never stored in the reservoir above this level. The dam may fail by overturning or so. For the safety of the dam, spillway are very essential. Second thing is the top of the dam is generally utilized for making roads. So most of the times we have seen, or the approach is on the dam is particularly by the that road itself. Uh, Sometimes the if you see the dam like Hoover Dam, so it has a road over it, and again it is like a tourist spot, or it these things plays the role in day to day life. That is day to day people used to use that road, and these things are there. So the surplus water is not allowed to over the top of the dam. So stop this overtopping by the surplus water. The spillways are extremely essential. Then the to protect the downstream base and floor of the dam from the effect of scouring and erosion, the spillways are provided so that the excess water flows smoothly. So these are the necessities of the spillway. Now, uh, there are few design consideration for the main spillway. The main spillway is often called the only spillway is properly designed so as to dispose the excess water without causing any damage to the dam or to any of the its appurtenant structures. The spillway should be structurally and hydraulically adequate and must not give a way under worst and variable loading conditions. The required discharging capacity of the spillway should be as closely estimated as possible. The underestimation will lead to overtopping of the main dam and consequent damages, while the overestimation will lead to unnecessary costly construction, which shall never be utilized during the life of the dam and hence will remain the waste investment. However, on large dams, a conservative view is always preferred because the failure of the single dam due to inadequate capacity may result in the loss of numerous human lives, which no cost allocation can be made. Moreover, an emergency spillway or breaching section is generally provided, the failure of which under necessary circumstances may, though cause serious erosion of the downstream, shall protected the main dam from the failure. The water passing over the spillway and falling on the downstream side must not be allowed to erode the downstream soil, and hence arrangement must be made for the effective dissipation of the energy of the falling water. Then there are mainly uh, few types of the spillways, but again one kind of classification is there, that is controlled and uncontrolled spillway. A flow of water over spillway may controlled by installing gates over the spillway crest. We have seen so many construction like this in our region. In such case, spillway is known as controlled spillway. The outflow can be controlled in such spillway and hence preferred in modern days. However, some spillway are left just by constructing their crust at normal pool level, as water flow over such spillway depending upon the reservoir level. So we have seen so many types of bandaras like this. Depending upon the reservoir level and the corresponding head over spillway, such uncontrolled spillway are guided only by available water head and hence are called uncontrolled spillway. So this is all about the general information about the spillways. So in coming lectures, we are going to see the various types of spillway. Then the types of gates which has used in the spillways, etc. So the references I forgot to mention The references for today's lecture are the book by Irrigation Engineering and Hydraulic Structure by S.K. Garg. Then same book having the same name by Punmia and www.slideshare.net. So thank you.